Welcome to Trading Sadhguru. So today there was a slight gap up in the Nifty in the intraday action. Soon it fell till, and there is a sudden up move post 2 o'clock, and markets, especially Bank Nifty, closed near highs of the day, but it is not the same case with Nifty. Nifty open high was this, previous close was this, so almost it behaved in a similar fashion and closed in the red. Nifty closed in the red. So the levels which we gave yesterday for today, the range made is 1603.18 and on the downside 15,992. So this is the range made by Nifty today, and out of which target levels on the downside, all the levels are met. On the upside 301 is met. Let us now look at Bank Nifty. So both are behaving differently, Nifty and Bank Nifty. If you look at the chart, today's chart, so this trend line, this line is acting as a support for almost 2 days, and market yesterday it closed just below this line, and today there was a gap up and market opened somewhere here and then given up the gains, and till the noon market was below this level, and this red line has been acting as resistance. So the range made for today is 34,793 is the high made today, and the low made is 34,143. So both the levels given on the upside are met. On the downside 353, 275 or met. So far from levels perspective, both Nifty and Bank Nifty, we could get levels on the both side. So this is a 1 day time frame chart of Nifty. So far for the last 2 days market was within this range. Today it is broken down and came till 16,000 level, and from here it recovered and closed around 16,167. So there was a last recovery in both Nifty and Bank Nifty. Nifty did not recover to the extent Bank Nifty recovered, and it closed in red. So the sentiment in Nifty is still negative. So tomorrow being an expiry day, you may see intraday action, but you may see both sides significant moves tomorrow. So let us go to shorter time frame chart of Nifty. So this is a 15 minutes time frame chart, and you can see intraday action we have already discussed. This is how it has moved. So these are the level that we can look for tomorrow. On the upside 200, 240 most likely, and 300 is also possible. On the downside 133, 75, 16,000, 15,947 is also possible. So we are limiting our levels somewhere in this band 15,947. So considering weekly expiry day, there will be a huge decay of premiums if you are trading options. So be mindful of that. And normally on expiry days, both way action will be there in most of the time. Only on particular days you will see one-sided action. Let us now move to Bank Nifty. So this has been the range of Bank Nifty for the last 4 sessions. You may see on the top side 34,800 max. Even the today's high is 793. So on the downside 33,927. So you can say 33,900. So almost 900 range, and intraday daily you're seeing some 500 to 700 points of movement at least on an intraday basis. So tomorrow is also not going to be a different one. And market, as we have been discussing, Bank Nifty is taking resistance around this red line so far, and even today the close is just below this line. So if there is any gap up, then you may see high levels. So else the bias would be on the negative side till the time that this trend line is resistance trend line is broken and sustainable for a day or two. So for the exact levels for tomorrow, let us go to shorter time frame chart. So the levels that we would be looking for tomorrow on Bank Nifty, on the top side 793, 900 and 127 is also possible on intraday basis. So on the downside 600, 482, 353, 275, 143 and 927. 927, 33, 927 is also possible on intraday basis. So if you look at the intraday action, gap up, and from here market took support and continuously went up and closed near highs of the day. Closing near highs of the day is something positive to think of. But considering that this trend line, which was acting as support for the last 2 days, has been broken today comfortably, and it is sustained below this line. So you can't be very sure that it is going to be for sure bullish day. So if there is a gap up, you may see 793, 900 and 127 levels, and from there it is most likely that Bank Nifty will give up the gains. And there is a contradiction. I've been repeatedly saying that Nifty is not as bullish as Bank Nifty for the last 2 days. So Nifty is continuously closing in red, and Bank Nifty slightly on the positive side for the last 2 days. So it can be, what do you call, inferred from the movement of both, the relative movement of Nifty and Bank Nifty, that tomorrow it is most likely that Bank Nifty gives up the gains made on intraday basis yesterday and today, the net gains made. So better be prepared on both sides for tomorrow. Hedge your positions. Don't do naked selling, and just for the sake of few 10, 20 or 30 rupees option premium, don't sell and just sit idle thinking that market will behave in the manner you wish it to be. So always hedge your positions or use strategies, or if you have already defined your risk and kept only limited amount of capital, you may not mind to take the risk if your conviction is high and technical support that. Don't forget that there will be huge premium decay being an expiry date tomorrow. Take care of your capital. Trade well. Take care. Bye bye.